You're watching Nittany Nation Update.
What's going on, everybody? Peter Terpster here with your Nittany Nation Update. It is Wednesday, heading into the Indiana game on Saturday. Penn State's going to play Indiana Saturday, noon. Wake up early. Tailgate maybe after the game a little bit. Noon kickoff coming up on Saturday, taking on a pesky Indiana team that you cannot take lightly. Let me tell you, televised on ABC as well, by the way. Penn State's been playing a lot on ABC, nationally televised games, so lots of exposure there. All right, let's talk about Indiana just real quick, and then we'll get into some kind of news of the day. So Indiana is a team that is ranked 24 in the AP poll. That's the first time in 25 years an Indiana team has been ranked at all, right? And they're ranked in the coaches poll as well, I believe, 25. They're 7-2. Their losses are to Ohio State and Michigan State. They're not ranked in the college football playoff poll. My point is, just like Minnesota, this is not your normal Indiana team, right? Indiana isn't really a school that's known for football. I mean, I think we all can agree they're a basketball school. But Coach Allen there in Bloomington has kind of turned things around, it looks like. They're ranked in the AP poll, have a good record. We'll see. Had to pop my neck. I felt so good. You guys don't even know. But yeah. Didn't see that. So Indiana's going to be a better team than you think coming in here in Beaver Stadium. Not a gimme win at all for Penn State. If you just kind of watch how Indiana plays everybody, not just Penn State, they're always in, it seems like, every game. Penn State had to hold off a late Indiana rally last year to win that game on the road. That was a tough win, a good win for them. So this Indiana game is going to be huge. This stretch of games, man, I'm telling you, at the beginning of the year, you look at the schedule, you're like, at Iowa. Iowa's supposed to be good. Iowa is good. And then you had a ranked Michigan team, a team that was picked to win the Big Ten at home. And then you have on the road at Michigan State, a team that Penn State has, struggled with, right? You had that tough three-game stretch. German 3. Tough three-game stretch. And now, after the way things have played out, look at this three-game stretch, okay? At an undefeated Minnesota team, top of the Big Ten West, Rose Bowl contender, Minnesota, okay? Then they come home, and they're going to take on an AP-ranked Indiana team that's ranked for the first time in 25 years, okay? And then they got to go on the road to Ohio State, which is kind of the consensus best team in the Big Ten right now, undefeated, number 2 in the playoff poll. Whoa! This right here, this is the stretch. This is the tough stretch before they get to finish the season against Rutgers, kick the corn out of them. But this three-game stretch is nuts. And if you looked at the schedule at the beginning of the year, you would not have thought that Minnesota and Indiana would be this tough, right? But they are. This is football, man. It's where we're at. All right, news of the day. News of the day involves an Ohio State defensive end, considered one of the best in the country, if not the best, if not one of the best players looking ahead into the NFL draft this next year, defensive end Chase Young. He sat out the Maryland game. He's going to sit out Ohio State's next game, but his suspension will end just in time for the Penn State game. That news breaking today, according to ESPN's Kirk Herbstreit. The NCAA and Ohio State, they have a suspension. It will be a 2-game suspension. He will sit out the next game, back in time for Penn State. I mean, they couldn't have planned it any better, right? Well, I mean, what else were we expecting? They self-reported an NCAA violation. Chase Young said that he took a small loan, a loan from a family friend, and paid it back the following summer. He put that out on his social media. And Ohio State, tried to get ahead of things, said, hey, we're self-reporting this. He's going to sit out this next game. What you got for us? The NCAA is like, okay, Add another game. That's it. 2-game suspension. You'll have him back for Penn State. Hey, that's good for college football, man. Get your most exciting players out on the field. Makes for better TV. Makes for better games, better situations. Penn State's going to have to hold them. Going to have to beat them. Chase Young will be back in time for the Penn State game. Defensive end, considered one of the best defenders in the country. And he will be back. All right, that's going to do your Nittany Nation update. I am freezing cold, as you can tell by the beanie. Freezing cold. Everyone, I'm sure, is freezing cold. It's cold outside. Stay warm, everybody. Peace out, Girl Scouts.